Hello and welcome to the Papyrus TV African News Update. I am Christiana Babayo, but before we begin, the headlines.
Cameroon's opposition leader issued a 48-hour ultimatum to Biya's government. Humanitarian crisis worsen in Sudan. Tanzania charges more than 600 opposition supporters with treason. Angola celebrates 50 years of independence. Pope Leo meets South African president. France urged citizens to leave Mali immediately. Kiev revealed that more than 1,400 African nationals are fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine. Now the news in details. We begin in Cameroon. Opposition figure Issa Chiroma Bakari has issued a strict 48 hours ultimatum to authorities, demanding the immediate release of all individuals detained after the country's disputed elections. Bakari insisted that dozens of activists and supporters were unlawfully taken into custody. Human rights groups have confirmed reports of arbitrary arrests, excessive force, and media restriction. Observers warn that the situation may escalate into a deeper political crisis if authorities do not respond swiftly. To Sudan now, where the military leaders had paid a rare visit to a displacement camp in Darfur. This comes as international outrage grows over reported massacre, sexual violence, and widespread hunger. Millions have been displaced since the conflict began, with hundreds of thousands crossing into neighboring countries. Analysts say the visit may be more symbolic than practical as humanitarian conditions continue to deteriorate. In Tanzania, over 600 opposition supporters and activists have been charged with treason following the country's disputed election. The charges span several regions and follow weeks of protest over alleged electoral fraud. Human rights defenders describe this mass arrest as an attempt to silence dissent. Families said they have been denied access to legal representation as concerns rise over shrinking democratic space. In Angola, meanwhile, the country has marked its 50th anniversary of independence with nationwide celebration. But despite the pride of the milestone, many citizens continue to face poverty and unemployment. Government officials promise renewed investment in infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Civil society groups, however, insist that deeper reforms are needed to reduce long-standing inequalities.
We will now go on a short break, and when we come back, the news will continue. Stay tuned.
The Papyrus Global, we don't just cover events, we create cinematic experiences. From red carpets to birthdays, gala dinners, and your fairy tale weddings, we bring your moments to life with high-tech precision. Our gadgets are smarter, our lenses sharper, and our team simply world-class. Trust the Papyrus Global to tell your story in the boldest, brightest way possible.
Welcome back, and now the news will continue.
To the Vatican, where Pope Leo has welcomed South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Their discussions centered on peace, social justice, and Africa's ongoing development challenges. The leaders explored cooperation in education, humanitarian works, climate action, and poverty reduction. The Vatican reiterated the need for shared moral leadership in addressing global inequality. Now going to Mali, France has issued an urgent advisory calling on its citizens to leave the country immediately. This follows mounting insecurity attack by armed groups and tense relationship with Mali's military government. The advisory deepens the diplomatic rift between Paris and Bamako. Analysts warn that Mali's growing isolation could worsen instability across the Sahel region. To Ukraine, where Kiev reports that more than 140,000 African nationals are fighting alongside Russian forces. They are believed to have been recruited from multiple African countries through private military channels. Ukrainian intelligence says Russia is offering economic incentive and military training. The revelation has raised diplomatic concerns amongst African governments maintaining neutral position in the war. And that is the Papyrus TV Global News. For more updates, follow us on all our social platforms and visit thepapyrusdaily.com for breaking stories.